Did Deku just become a vigilante? Yo, what's good, my fellow main characters? My name is Bam. Welcome back to the channel for another video. I have these new lights, but I'm not sure if I like them yet based on where they are. I just finished reading My Hero Academia chapter 306. And it's actually interesting, right? Because how the life cycle of like when you read a manga goes, it's like a chapter comes out, but the Japanese translation comes out first. And so the Japanese community wiles out on social media, and then the spoilers and the screenshots of it comes out, and then it, you know, you see people just talking about it on social media. Then you gotta kind of like close your eyes and be like, no, I don't hear anything, la 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 la, until like the actual translations you can read comes out. And so like yesterday I was getting all of this commotion on social media that there was a lot of crazy stuff happening for My Hero Academia, and I'm an anti-spoilers kind of dude, so I was just waiting for today. But I had really high expectations. I will say my expectations were kind of tilted, and maybe this chapter was good. This chapter was great. First of all, I love how Horikoshi is able to get very political in terms of like how he portrays Hero Society, because that's one of Horikoshi's low-key talents. He's really good at developing characters and expressing emotions through the characters, through the art style, and through also narratively. Like the psyche of a lot of the characters, especially in this chapter, was expressed in such great detail in their body language and in terms of what they were saying and what they were doing. But I was expecting a more hype-inducing chapter, a chapter with like more explosions and villains just flying everywhere. This chapter was good in the more of the, oh snap, this does change everything kind of sense. If Horikoshi decided to do like a 2 or 3 year time skip from this point, mad believable. I think this is the perfect point in time to do a time skip. Like literally, chapter is called the beginning of the end. Like, dun, dun, dun. The way this chapter ended is a perfect way to start a time skip. But we're gonna break it down. We're gonna dive a little bit more into the chapter. So first off, my initial suspicion, or my initial idea that All Might would be able to like be still connected and part of the quirk, seemed to come true. He is aware of what's going on in One For All, but it's more of like a deep intuition. It's more of like this deep feeling inside of himself that this is what's happening in One For All. It's kind of like having like a really close friend that you've known for years, and you just know when your friend is like in a bad mood or like feeling a type of way. It's like you don't need to put into words or ideas. It's just you just got that gut feeling that something's off about your friend. All Might has that deep intuition, and what I love about this chapter, again, the key reward-winning Emmy for this chapter has to go to Horikoshi's ability to portray emotion, is that we see All Might kind of like wiping away a tear. And what's cool about it is that in the last chapter we saw his visage crying, you know, we saw his visage crying, but in this chapter we don't really see tears coming down his face. We do see him wipe away tears as if he was crying. So that shows that direct connection between All Might and his visage in One For All. I also like the fact that All Might kind of got that vibe that Deku was going to wake up soon, because the conclusion of what they were discussing is coming to an end. Also, oh my gosh, I just realized something. Horikoshi blue balls us because we didn't get to see the 200 users say anything. Chapter 305 ended was the 200 users were supposed to like, you know, say their piece and tell them about its quirks and stuff, but like we literally just, the assumption right now is that the 2 users turned around and talked to Deku, and maybe that informed Deku a lot more about his decision to basically run away. The whole idea is that All For One wants One For All, you know, he wants it. So like basically anybody that gets in the way of him doing that is like fodder, is casualties. So the idea for Deku to like leave everybody is a very heroic thing to do. But here's an issue too. Like when you live in a society or like all your friends are heroes as well, if you're the one in danger, of course they're going to feel compelled to save you because they have that same thing inside them too. They're your best friends, Deku, and they're pursuing a profession of being heroes. So of course they want to protect you. Of course they want to save you, right? But in this chapter, we also started diving a little bit on more of the image of Hero Society, more of like how people are perceiving heroes at this point, and Endeavor being the #1 hero at this point is kind of the current benchmark of what heroes should be aspiring for. And right now he's not looking so good. You could say that Endeavor and his lifestyle is not one you should endeavor for. I love the fact that Endeavor is being so transparent. He's a person now that just cares about saving people and solving the problem. Also, shout out again to Horikoshi, like that one female reporter. I love the emotion she expressed in this chapter. I love like how we see the visual change, because it was so realistic, like how she expressed how she was feeling. Like for example when Endeavor answered her question with a question, and she was like, what do you say? But like what Endeavor was saying made so much sense. He's saying like, hey listen, I can go and like cry and showcase you emotionally how sorry I am, or I can realize and let you guys know that that's not going to solve the problem. I'm here, my mindset 100% right now is on solving the problem and protecting people. Me crying and making you feel like I empathize with you about that doesn't solve the problem. That's something we kind of see in today's society, right? It's like we see, you know, people getting canceled or getting attacked for things they've done before, or being showcased for the things they've done before, and they do these apology tours where it's so like I don't even know the word, it's so like fan servicey. When they've done these apologies or done all these posts and all these videos about them apologizing and then them going to do better, if no one mentioned anything. So I love the fact that Endeavor in this case is like, hey listen, I don't care. Listen, I don't care about how I am perceived right now. All I care is protecting people's lives and fixing the problems that I've had a part in causing. Also, can we talk about this guy right here, guys? Literally looked at this guy and been like, yo, why does this guy look like most people that go on social media and just rant about stuff that they don't know half of the things they're talking about? And then we get to the major part. We get to the juiciest part that's gonna change the series forever. Deku leaving UA. But I wonder where does this put Deku now? You know, is he still considered a legit hero? Because he has his hero license, but it's not like a legit hero license, you know what I mean? It's like one of those student hero licenses where you can work under a hero. It's not like you're officially a pro hero out here just doing your thing. So in some sense, the way he kind of like left the situation or left his friends and everything is like, it's kind of like he's gonna go down the path of being a vigilante. And I wonder how that's gonna take it. I wonder how this is gonna push the series moving forward, because so far the path that Deku's been on has been very linear. It's been very like, hey, you're gonna go to school, you're gonna get this quirk, you're gonna go to school, you're gonna go through these courses, you're gonna go to the curriculum that UA has to become a pro hero. Horikoshi can take this a lot more ways than it was before. Like Deku's path to mastering One for All, Deku's path to saving people's lives, Deku's path to interacting with different characters that we've never seen before has blown up. Like Deku could literally go to a different country if he wants to. Interesting thing though is like, I'm wondering like how, like logistically speaking, like how injured Deku is, you know, because his arms weren't looking so good during that battle with Shigaraki. So I'm wondering how the healing process went for him, and like if he's fully recovered or not, because I don't think Horikoshi is going to brush over that. He's very consistent when it comes to short and long-term damage that a character has to deal with, right? He's very consistent with always bringing that up in terms of scars and injuries, and I don't think Horikoshi's going to just brush past the idea that the doctor told him, like, hey, you have like maybe 2 or 3 full 100% one for all shots left in you before you can't use your arm anymore. And Deku was just blasting 100% one for all shots like a machine gun at Shigaraki. I wonder how he's going to do that, because we also get scenes in this chapter of the damage, the long-term damage that a lot of these heroes have. Like, we see Miracle, that she lost an arm. We see Eraserhead, that's like he only has one eye anymore, man. Like, damn, they keep every time, man. Every time they do this to Eraserhead, bro, it's like, can Eraserhead get a break? Like, every time the villains attack, Eraserhead gets injured in some kind of long-term way. He got attacked in season 1, and you know, now he has more limitations on how long he can use his eyes for. And then he gets attacked in this, and now he's missing an eye. Like, give him a break. Man, Eraserhead just be like getting the short end of the stick when it comes to these interactions, right? Oh man. But anyways, my film main characters, this chapter was very interesting. I loved Horikoshi's approach to this chapter. It was kind of just setting things up, and he could really take this. He could, like, this is one of those chapters where he could take the series anywhere he wants, right? It's so many different ways he could take it. I'm just here for the ride. This change, I'm all for it, yo. Anyways, my favorite characters, thank you for watching this video. Like this video if it made you smile, comment this video made you think, and subscribe when to see more. And always remember that you are the main character of your own story. My name is Bam, and I'm out.
All around the world, meet the fans that put me on, you know we got it, yeah we got it. We gon' fill it up like it's a wallet. We gon' live it up like it's college. We gon' soak it up like it's knowledge, yeah. And I gotta pay homage to my fam and the fans from the hometown. Got the hill going up when we back now. Put the 919 on the map now when I'm gone.